Hi, everybody.
Good morning, everybody.
That's Ken Perry.
That's Ken Perry. No, I'm Ken Perry.
And I'm David Zen. And we are Unscripted. We are really unscripted today, as you can see. We did not get to do Unscripted on Thursday or Friday. And we can't get Mary, so we got the better thing.
Ooh!
We got Ken.
Yes, and
That's him behind those blue glasses.
And I'll forget about every third word to every sentence, so it's all good.
So we're here to talk about St. Paul's, Ken. Welcome back. We haven't seen you for a while.
Good to be back.
Our mission post in Texas, right?
Yes, I am. Get to see you all on that beautiful, gifted live feed from Sundays. And that's a gift and a blessing for us who can't sit in the pew. So thank you to all of you.
All right, so what do we have going on? Tomorrow is Pentecost. And we talked about that this morning.
No, not at all.
Yeah, so what color are we supposed to wear tomorrow?
It's either red or dark red.
Well, red is the color of Pentecost.
Yes.
Red is also, our altar hangings will be all red tomorrow. And red is also the color of martyrs, but for Pentecost, the day of Pentecost, it's red because of the flames, the tongues of fire that came down on the apostles. So,
I should have worn my hiking boots.
You should have. You didn't know I was going to take you on a walk here, did
No.
you?
I thought we'd be sitting at a table in the shade, have a nice tea,
well,
talking Jesus.
Well, unscripted is not scripted. You know, you can't predict what we're going to be doing.
I'm getting the drift. Yes, I am. Mary, where are you?
So I'll give you a quick little story.
Heading off over the one that's just hit the highway.
See if we can cross this road without getting hit. Okay. So one time when Joe Bernardo and I were in Nazareth, we were staying at a place in Nazareth called the Sisters of Mary. It was a convent that they've kind of converted into a hotel. A very interesting place to go over some ruins of a place that Jesus and Mary and Joseph may have lived in Nazareth. But in the middle of the night, Joe happened to see a nun walking through the hallway. And he said something. He says, "Did you see that?" I said, "Don't worry about that. That's just a Roman Catholic."
Very nicely done. Well played, Well played.
Okay, so tomorrow, if you got tomorrow, we'll talk about the readings a little bit. At first glance, the readings tomorrow would be a little disconnected. The first reading is from Genesis, and it's the story of the Tower of Babel. And then the main reading for tomorrow, which is about the Pentecost itself, the Pentecost event, is from the Acts of the Apostles. And it talks about the Holy Spirit coming in the form of wind. And then they went out and they were on what is now known as the southern steps of the temple, and they were preaching to the massive crowds there. And Peter was preaching to the crowds, and they all heard. People were in Jerusalem for the festivals of, what did Joe call it? Shabbat?
Yeah, I think it was Shabbat. There was so much going on in that conversation, I'm not exactly sure.
Well, he was talking about Shabbat, and it's a big agricultural festival they have every year. And people were from all around the world. Jews come in from all around the world for the festival.
That part I got.
And they could all understand in their own language what Peter was saying and what the apostles were saying, and they were confused by that. So I would guess the connection between those readings and the Babel reading, you had people trying to praise their own human efforts over God by building this big tower to go up to heaven. And then God confused their languages. And then just the opposite happens in the Pentecost, where they were all able to understand each other. So it's kind of a reversal there. So let's see, what else do we have going on at St. Paul's next week? We don't have the calendar in front of us here as we're walking down the street, but we know the men's Bible study will be back this coming Monday night. We're still in the first chapter of Samuel, or the first book of Samuel. We're talking about David and Saul.
It's the last night for the Alpha series this week, I think?
Yes, this week on Wednesday, last night of Alpha. I think this is also the Women's Tuesday morning Bible study group has stopped for the summer. And this Tuesday is the last night of the Tuesday evening women's Bible study. They're going to slow down for the summer. They'll regroup in the fall.
Well, I think we need a roving reporter because everybody slows down for the summer. What do they all do?
I don't know. I guess they can come to tune into the men's Bible study. We're going to be there every week.
That's a good idea.
The Wednesday morning 10 a.m. service will be going strong. I haven't heard that they're going to be stopping. That service is really going gangbusters. They're getting close to 30, 40 people a week. So you really should try that out if you're around during the week. It's kind of a special time. They do have live music for that service. And let's cross over the street before we get hit by some falling debris here.
There you go.
Okay.
And ongoing construction of everyone's faith at every service.
And then let's see, as we go through the week, Thursday we have a men's group that meets Thursday mornings in the Guild Room. And that group has become a nice tight-knit group.
Awesome. And I'll be here for...
And you'll be showing up at
I'll be here for 5 weeks or so. So, you know, the cross is obviously the draw to come to service and to be with each other and to share and grow. But if you want to see a Ken Perry Texas pop-up, you know, stop in and see if I'm there. There'll be no prize for the most spottings, but it could be fun.
And then, let's see, next Saturday we have various Saturday morning men's groups. Our group meets up in New Milford, 7:30 at Theo's. And the other group meets at St. Paul's. I think they start at 8 o'clock. And then Sunday the 12th is Trinity Sunday, where we celebrate the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. So unless you got another good story here for us.
You mean like a joke?
Well, yeah, that would work.
You mean like a little something that I haven't pre-read, so the inflection might be incorrect as I tell the joke? Okay, sure.
Go ahead,
but we may have to stop to read this because I don't have my glasses. So we'll stand in the shade here, and this is what I've got for today. A Baptist preacher and his wife decided they needed a dog. Ever mindful of their congregation, they knew the dog must also be Baptist. They visited an expensive kennel and explained their needs to the manager, who assured them he had just the dog for them. Just lost my place. When the dog was produced, the manager began giving it commands. "Fetch the Bible," he commanded. The dog bounced to the bookshelf, scrutinized the books, located the Bible, and brought it to the manager. The manager then said, "Find Psalm 23. The dog, showing marvelously dexterity with his paws, leafed through the Bible, found the correct passage, and pointed to it with his paw. Duly impressed, the preacher and his wife purchased the dog. That evening, a group of parishioners came to visit. The preacher and his wife began to show off the dog, having him locate several Bible verses. The visitors were amazed. Finally, one man asked, "Then can the dog do normal dog tricks too?" "Let's see," said the preacher. Pointing his finger at the dog, he commanded, "Heel." The dog immediately jumped on a chair, placed one paw on the preacher's forehead, and began to howl. The preacher turned to his wife in complete shock and disbelief. "We've been swindled. That manager sold us a Pentecostal dog."
That's good.
That's
Okay.
all. I don't know.
All right, well, so this is about the time where I would say, Mary, that's a boomerang.
Okay.
It's a boomerang.
Let's
joke.
do it. Boomerang.
Okay, it'll come back to you. Heel.
Heel.
The dog was healing.
Oh.
And not-
Bada boom boom.
Yes. Okay.
Da 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 da. Go ahead, Dave.
So that's it for this week. God bless you all, and we'll see you in church tomorrow, wearing the color red for Pentecost.
God's peace, and thanks for tolerating me.
Have a
See y'all
great
soon.
day. And maybe we'll see you, Mary, next week.
Oh, there you go.
Or not. Mary, have you ever heard of Wally Pipp? Wally Pipp, you say? Who was Wally Pipp? Wally Pipp was a first baseman for the Yankee, and he got a headache one day, and he couldn't play. And they put in a guy named Lou Gehrig in his place. Lou Gehrig only went on to play the most number of consecutive games in baseball history. And that's how Wally Pipp became famous. He never played again as a starter.
So that's how I'm going to be famous. I'm never going to be up.
No, you'll be Lou Gehrig. Mary becomes Wally
Oh,
Pipp.
okay.
Okay, everyone have a great day.
I'll just have to stand over your shoulder.
I'll play.
Watch out, we're going to walk into the light.